Welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host, Steve Mantis, and my guests today are Virginia Necan and Terri Lynn Carter. Welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome, thank you.
So you're both here on behalf of Poverty-Free Thunder Bay, but let me start a little bit around your own kind of background. So Virginia, where were you born? Give us some background information on you.
I was born in Savant Lake, Ontario, and I lived there till I was like 18. And I ventured out to the big city. And
18 years old, raring to go.
And but I eventually went back home. Then I set out again to Thunder Bay this time, and pretty well stayed here since.
And so now Savant Lake, that's a bit north of Dryden, is it?
Yeah, it's in between Sulcoat and Ignace and Pickle Lake,
Okay,
right in the middle.
right up there in the good fishing country.
Yeah.
And Terri Lynn, give us a background on you. Where'd you grow up?
Your Falls, and we moved to Thunder Bay when I was 10 because the mine had closed, but we moved here because there was high school was here, and university and college were here, and these were opportunities we wouldn't have had. There was no high school in Your Falls, so we moved here to have a better life.
Excellent. So this is pretty actually reflective of Thunder Bay, that it is a center that draws from people in the smaller communities all around Northwest Ontario. So tell me a little bit about Poverty-Free Thunder Bay.
We're an advocacy group. We advocate for policy change at the municipal, provincial, and federal levels. Right now we have many different campaigns going, but the biggest ones have been affordable housing, raising minimum wage, and different ODS, Ontario Disability Support Program enhancements that we want, and Ontario Works too.
So when was Poverty-Free Thunder Bay started? How long has it been in existence?
When Art Eggleton came to town, he had done this paper. The Senate had produced a paper called In From the Margins. It was about homelessness and poverty, and it was like the first time the Senate had come up with their own committee and presented it to the people. So they were going around to different cities trying to get support for this paper that they had and different ideas that they had. They wanted to change things, but I don't remember the year. We're thinking it was 2010.
Okay.
I was trying to find the
So
year.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it started from that presentation when Art Eggleton came.
Yeah, LSPC had, Aaron Park had asked around whoever wants to join an anti-poverty group and got us going.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so who are the members of Poverty-Free Thunder Bay?
It's very wide. We have, faith groups, nonprofit organizations, academia, concerned individuals, concerned families, people actually on Ontario Works and ODSP, minimum wage workers. Like, it's just anyone in the community can join.
So it's both organizations and individuals that have an interest in having Thunder Bay poverty-free. Is that
Yeah,
kind
basically
of sums it
that's
up?
it. Yeah.
Excellent. And so do you have an office? Do you have staff? What's
No.
the structure?
No, we're completely volunteer run.
It's all volunteer. Everybody's just doing it for free.
Yeah, because we all believe in the cause.
Excellent. So why did you get involved? Let me start with you, Virginia. Why did you get involved with Poverty-Free Thunder Bay?
To bring awareness to the problems people had, like the general people, and on Facebook it says, I didn't choose the thug life, the thug life chose me. It's kind of like that with advocacy. Like, it's just the way things went, and it just like it chose me, and just then I met up with Terri and them, and just set off from there. It just
So what was happening in your life that advocacy, you must have been experiencing something that you needed to advocate yourself, or what was going on there?
Oh yeah, I was just running into roadblocks and everything I was doing, and I just had to look for resources and people that can show me how to approach these organizations to help.
You were telling me earlier before the show that you had been working in one of our local hotels and were exposed to some of the cleaning chemicals, and this had some effect.
Oh yeah, it just I become I won't say sick, but where your bones and muscles seize up and all that due to the cleaning products, and yeah, that's where my fight came in, where I had to actually prove that my health was being affected by the chemicals I was working with, and yeah.
That's a pretty tough fight there to, I mean, just a regular person having to say, you know, bring forward proof that this chemical was the one that was actually causing problems.
Yeah, it's still an ongoing fight, and just certain people don't want to go against certain people, and it gets held up in I don't know. um,
Well, I know that, you know, in hospitals and healthcare settings, and I'm assuming it's the same in hotels, there's more and more emphasis on making sure that all the germs are killed and that people aren't sharing those germs as people come through the establishment. And this puts more and more pressure then on the workers to how do you deal with these really strong chemicals that are there to kill everything? Well, they start killing stuff inside of us too.
that's really tricky, because when you work into the housekeeping, it's all time. You're in and out, and you got to do 100 things in 25 minutes, and you're working with chemicals, and you just gotta. It's very fast-paced, stressful, and yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, as an aside, I've just done a book review with a researcher who has done a lot of work with hotel cleaners. And so I've been a little bit educated about that. And really the cleaners, she's actually worked with cleaners in Quebec and also in France. And that there is a lot of pressure she's talking about, really, and oftentimes more cutbacks, which means more pressure on the workers to meet all these demands, and then to be able to actually protect your own health and safety, both from the chemicals and the repetitive tasks, have been really challenging for lots of workers.
Yeah, that's the main reason I got into advocacy, was for the housekeepers, like, because they're supposed to do 110 things in 25 minutes, and they're working for minimum wage, and most of them are all single mothers, and it's their only income, and then they got to go home and do it all over again, and they're just, yeah, it's one of the main reasons I got into this.
Well, we need to take a short break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.